Today we're going to walk through how to install Tenable Nessus agents on Ubuntu Linux. We're going to talk about the location of the documentation, the location of the download files, the commands to download the agent, the commands to install the agent on Linux, Ubuntu. And then we're going to, at the end of this, you'll have a script that you can use for like mass deployment of Linux agents, because typically you're going to be deploying this a lot of times in enterprise environments. So maybe it's going to be 10, 15, or maybe hundreds of thousands of machines. So let's go ahead and jump in first of all. So we're going to go, and this is part of the Tenable series. We've covered all these other areas. And so now next on the list is going to be the sensors. So we're going to click on sensors. You can also click on these individual agents, but I kind of want you to see the entire menu. Once we're on sensors, I want to differentiate between these because we're going to focus on the Nessus agents. In this series, I'm going to talk about these other elements that are shown here, but for this exercise, it's going to be on the Nessus agents. Now, when you go to the Nessus agent tab, you have an option on the top right-hand side to click Add Nessus Agent. Once you click Add Nessus Agent, it gives you the key. I'm going to have to regenerate my key after this exercise, but it also gives you a script that you can use here in the console. This is a curl command that can be used to install install the Tenable Nessus agent on Linux. The script does work. It's a lot of stuff that it does that for some reason it seems like it takes a long time. So I want to show you how to develop a really simple script, once again using a curl command that will work, and also how to manually run the commands to do the installation. So that being the case, let's go ahead and we're going to pivot now. And so I've got an Ubuntu VM that I'm using here. I'm running this on Hyper-V. So if you want to be able to run a virtual machine, if you're on a Windows computer, you want to be able to run Linux, you can use Hyper-V. It's no cost. It's already built into the operating system if you have, I think, Windows 11 Pro. And it's actually pretty decent for getting things up and running. But on this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open the terminal. That's not the terminal. So I'm going to go to my options here. There used to be a menu at the bottom. I'm going to make this full screen. So there's my menu that I was looking for. Here's terminal. Now you see my terminal opened on the left side. I'm going to click here to open the terminal. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to go to the preference. Actually, I think I can just do a control key and make this bigger. That doesn't work. I'm going to right click again and go back to preferences. Okay, so it's custom font is what I have here. I'm going to try to increase the size of my font to make it a little bit easier to see for this exercise, and I'll click select, and now I'll close the terminal. This should be fairly easy to see at this point. Now, the first thing I need to do is I need to identify the documentation for installing the Tenable Nessus agent. I'm going to bring up Tenable. The way that you get to the documentations is here in the top right hand corner. Click the question mark. I'm going to search Tenable help, and I'm going to say install Tenable Nessus agent. I went through and tested because I wanted to see what the output, and you get a lot of things, and sometimes this can be very confusing. That's why I'm recommending this search. Click on Nessus agents. It brings up the documentation here. I'm going to click on documentation, other products, Tenable agent. I'm going to scroll down to where it says user guides, and then I'm going to click on, you can either choose the HTML or the PDF version. I'm just going to choose the HTML version. And what we have here is what we're looking for. Download, install, and link Tenable agent. I'm going to click here. It gives me the different operating system versions, Windows, Mac, and Linux. I'm going to click on Linux, and this is where we scroll down. Ubuntu, Debian, and then you of course have Red Hat, CentOS, Oracle Linux, and SUSE, and the others. For this exercise, we're focusing on Ubuntu Linux. Expand this, and this is going to be the command. Now, the issue is we also need to find the version of the agent that we're going to be installing. So it has a placeholder right here. Right below here, here's another option, or here's another command, or a link at least, to download the Tenable Nessus agent. We click this link, and I'm going to recommend that you don't do that. I'm going to recommend that you right click and open the link in a new tab so that you keep this page open for reference. Now, once that's open, I want to explain something. A lot of things can be deceptive here. I made lots of mistakes because lots of times I came here and I clicked on Tenable. This is the Nessus scanner, which scans over the network. This is not the agent. The agent is right here. So many times when I've been in a hurry, I would click on Tenable Nessus instead of the Tenable Nessus agent. This is what you want to click. But there is value in clicking on the Tenable Nessus, because one of the things we're doing is a lot of times we have to download this agent via a script. And so I'm going to help you to build out a curl command right now. So I'm going to start a fresh Notepad++. I'm going to drag this over, but I want to show you something. How do you find the download location of the Tenable Nessus scanners and all of the, well, I would say maybe most of the Tenable Nessus files. So what I found to be very helpful is go to Tenable Nessus first. And remember, this is only to get the download link. You see where it says download by curl? Click download by curl. That's going to give us this, which you have a nice little copy block here. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to move this over to my notepad. Now, there is an issue here because once again, this is the Nessus scanner. There's no word agent there. So we're not complete. So now once I've actually got this download location, so I can use this curl command to download it. And by the way, that's actually not a good example. I made one mistake. Notice this is saying Windows. I want to change this to the Ubuntu Linux version. This is the one I'm looking for. Ubuntu 16.04, 18.20, and the popular version is 22.04, and now we have 24.04. This says AMD 64. I'm just going to skim the list just to make sure this is the one I want. So here's Linux here's the Linux Debian. I saw Arch. So Linux Debian, AMD 64. So this is going to be for Debian 11, 12, 13, and Kali Linux. Once again for AMD 64. So having reviewed the list, I'm going to choose this one. And notice that the download link changes. So I'm going to copy this download link. The curl command changes just a little bit, so pay attention. All right, so that one's referencing the Windows. This one is referencing Linux, okay? So I'm just going to copy this because we're just going to change a few parameters here. I'm going to bring this back over. I'm going to Control A, delete, Control V. Now I've got the Linux specific command at this point. I'm going to go back to Tenable Nessus agents. And now that I'm on the Tenable Nessus agents, it's a little bit different. So you have to scroll through the list. And once again, this is for Ubuntu, but just keep in mind, there's your Kali Linux installations right there. And then when I get down here, right here, Ubuntu, there's what I need. I'm just going to skim the list just to make sure I don't miss any. All right. And just keep in mind, the version is 11.1.2. So I'm going to take it. And here's a trick. I need to click in here to be able to grab this name. Now you see how it turns dark like that? You don't really see it highlight, but I think that's enough to copy and paste it. So I'm just going to go to a new line here and paste it. So I didn't get it. So let's try that again, because the reality is I just want to copy the name. So I think an easy way to do is I can probably just drag it all the way across here. Control C, and I'm going to go to my notepad. Let's try it again, see if I got it. Okay, cool. I got everything but it. Let's try one more time. See if I can maybe click on it. I can agree to download it. And when it tries to download, I can actually copy it from here. That's one kind of quick and dirty way to do that. So now that I have it, I'm going to erase all of this. And now I have the name. So what I really want to do is I want to replace the name here with the current version that I have. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to Control H to replace. It's going to highlight that one. I'm going to place the version that I want to. Notice how mine says Nessus Agent, and I'm going to replace and replace. So now it's updated my script file, or my curl command at least. And so this should be good to go. So I'm going to use this in just a second. So now that I have that, now that you found the location of the documentation, the download files, let's go ahead and let's get this downloaded to our Ubuntu machine. So I'm going to take this command. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to move out the way, or move the notepad out the way. Back on my virtual machine, I'm going to paste this. So, but in hindsight, let's just wait for a second, because I need to check to see when we're going to download this. If I'm in the wrong folder, the permissions might not be so good and I might have trouble. So I'm just going to LS. And so I'm in home, Washington K. That's cool. I'm actually going to go to downloads, or actually I can just do a LS command and I can do downloads. Do another LS command. There's nothing there but my OpenVPN connection. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to paste, and I'm going to see if the download actually works. So this command, this is very common. You're going to need to do a sudo to have the correct permissions. It's going to ask for my password. And once I do that, it says curl command not found. That is because I've not installed that package on this machine. So what do you do if you get this message? One of the things I'm really big on now is, if you're new to all this, don't stress. You have more tools than we ever had before, so use them. So open this up, just go to Gemini, and I'm going to paste this. And then specifically, I need to get the error message. Let's see if I can copy this. All right, let's try this again. Okay, so it looks like we have the error message. Let's paste this into Gemini. Okay, so it says we need to install curl. We need to do an apt update and a sudo apt install curl. I'm going to copy those. I'm going to go back to my VM. Just going to type clear to clean up some of that noise. I'm going to paste these commands. Okay. So that ran successfully. So that did a sudo apt update, and then it did a installation of curl. So what next? Let's go back. We have our command. Now we can't copy this again, but we can also just simply use the up arrow. There's our curl command with the sudo already in front of it. We'll press enter. Notice I got a different result that time. With ls, and there's my file. So I've actually used this curl command. So this will be for the first part of the script that you're going to develop if you're going to deploy this in a mass deployment tool, right? So there's your curl commands to download it to the machine. Now, what do we need to do next? We need to install the command, or install the software package. So I'm going to go back to my installation instructions. And so what it says is I need to run dpackage -i and the version of the software package. So let's copy this, and I work a lot from Notepad, and I suspect that most of you probably will. So I'm just going to keep that intact, go down a few lines, going to paste this, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this, Control C, and I'm going to replace the name of the file, Nessus, all the way to the end, Control V. All right, so this should be the formatted command now, dpackage -i, the name of the file, .deb. Going to Control C. Now I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to go back to my VM. I'm going to right click, and I'm just going to paste this command, and we're going to see if it works. So notice again, the instructions didn't tell us that, but Linux says, okay, it requires super user privileges. Let's do a sudo in front of that. Just double checking to make sure y'all can actually see that still. All right. So this ran, I'm reading through the instructions. Now you can see this is something that's easy to miss. It says first start the Nessus agent by typing bin systemctl start Nessus agent service. Let's copy this. Let's paste that command and press. So it requires administrative privileges for this. All right. So I'll follow those instructions to link the agent, which means we've got to link it to the console. Use the opt nessus nesscli agent command. Okay. So this is where we get to have fun, because I get a chance to show you how to link to the console. So we're going to navigate to this folder. I think that's going to be the easiest way. So we'll navigate here. Now you could just run this command. So just to make sure you see, I can take this and I'll paste this command. Same thing. It requires admin privileges. So I'll type sudo in front of it. And so what's nice about this is because it gives you the syntax. So we've got the agent link. We got to say the name of the key that we're going to use to link it. We're going to give the key name, which is found in the console. Let me show you exactly where that is. And so I'm going to just click here for a second. I don't want my console to close on me. I'm going to go back to sensors, Nessus agents, and then I'm going to click here. And then this is the key that they want, the linking key. By the way, regenerate is for a situation like this where I'm doing a video and I just showed this key to everybody. So I don't want people watching this video and linking their devices into my Tenable tenant, because they absolutely can do it with this key. So I'm going to regenerate this after the video to prevent that from happening. So now this is an opportunity for us to build a script. We have the syntax here. I find it's much easier just to navigate to the folder where this is going to happen. But for the sake of doing this, let's go ahead and we'll take it as is. So first thing, I'm going to type the up arrow. I'm going to copy my command here. This is good for scripting because this means it can run. You don't have to change to the directory where the files are. So we'll just run it just like this. And I'm going to go down to build my script here. So that's the first part of it. So now if you look at the parameters, I need to say agent and then link. Agent, so link, and then I have to put -- key equals, and then this is where we get the key from the console. Copy the key, and we're going to go back to our notepad. We're going to paste the key. So we're almost there. Oh, so I need to specify a host space -- or tag host. And let's make this bigger. Same thing, equals. And how do I find out what the host is? I'll show you. In this script that they gave, there's a clue here, sensor.cloud.tenable.com. It used to be cloud.tenable.com. So for some of you who are doing this, if you're having trouble, maybe that's because you're still using the old one, but it's sensor.cloud.tenable.com. So let's change back, and we're going to put that for our host. We also have to specify a port. This is Tenable Vulnerability Management. The port we're going to use is 443. And then you also have another parameter that you can use for groups right here. And so all we have to do is type -- groups equal in the name of the groups. If your group name has a space in it, that can be problematic. I think you have to put a single quote or double quote. Sometimes it's a single quote, sometimes it's a double quote. So note that. But for us, we need to know, are we using any groups? Well, let's go to our console And you can see right here, my group is technology space interpreters, okay? So I do need to put a group. If I want them to automatically populate into this group, I need to do so. So let's test this. If I get it wrong, note that I should have used a double quote and I use a single quote and vice versa. So now I'm going to put group equals. Now in theory, this should be enough for this to install correctly. Just giving it a once over. That looks good. Going to control C to copy that. I'm going to go back to my Ubuntu VM and I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. I press enter and we get a chance to see if this is actually going to link to the console. Okay, so it says successfully linked to the console. So this is going to be the moment of truth. It may have linked to the console, but did I get the group parameter right? If I did, it'll be in the group. If I didn't, it won't be in the group. Okay, so let's go ahead and all we have to do, we can click off and click on, or we can refresh the page. So now if you notice, we have 8 Nessus agents, we had 7. So we were successful. Looks like TIVM1. This looks like our new, there it is, Linux right there. Look at there, it's in the group, technology interpreters. So we have successfully linked this tenant. And now it is my time to go back and to regenerate my key so that you all can't install agents into my Tenable tenant. If this video was helpful, please drop a like on the video. And I'm going to be teaching, well, Mac and Windows installations also. Going to go through, make sure you completely can install it. And then in addition to that, think about all the other things. I'm literally going through every aspect of the Tenable console. So these are all things that I'm going to delve into next. So if you want to continue to learn Tenable in its entirety, then please subscribe to the channel and please support and watch the series. And I hope it's helpful for you. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. I did want to mention one thing. This will take a little bit of time to start and show up as healthy. So if you get this scenario and your agent populates and it says, see what I just had to refresh, and it says it's offline, it does take a while for it to link to the console. So hope that helps. Don't want you to think that you messed up when you didn't. Thanks for watching.